I wish I had gloves, which I thought I had gloves here. I feel like I do. Oh, I get to show you. So, this is the block. And you can't really tell much when looking at the bottom of it, because I was doing a demonstration. But
wow.
so he didn't have to do the deck surface, which is why it still looks like this. He said it's actually flat. So I could put those heads back on and it'll be perfectly fine. But if we go ahead and take a gander at the you can see all the cylinder walls, they've been honed, so they create like a scratching like finish. Obviously the motor's been sitting upside down, so the oil will puddle down, but for the most part it's still really like, this all turns into varnish, you know, this turns brown, so you acid wash it. See these holes? Those are for the lifters, which I have over here. This cover, I didn't realize I'm gonna have to get a new one, but this came off the motor. I'm gonna get a new seal for it. It goes on the back here to cover the rear main seal. So I have a fair amount of stuff. Like the oil pan for the bottom, I have it, but I can't put that in yet because the pistons and crank are not in. Camshaft, remember the cam? I got new cam bearings, but now I have no camshaft, which is fine. But I also have the timing chain set, which those two go right here. And then timing gear goes up here. And then oil pump gear goes on the crankshaft. And the timing chain. So that's where you get, like, these engines are pretty small with their timing chain. It's like really simple. This motor is fairly simple. So I really just want to see if I can get the piston rings together, and then I'm going to put tape on the edges here and go ahead and put the pistons down in there, because at least he blueprinted the motor for me. The bearings are all in their correct spots, but as you can see, number 2, number 1, you know, they're all numbered. They're all numbered, they're all matched, they're all cleaned up. So I'm gonna now go in there and actually put them together.
I'm excited.
So I can put the crank in, but I have to separate the lower caps again because he actually tightened to spec so they don't move out of place. But, this motor is fairly light, in all honesty, because this is aluminum and then that one's iron, which is why the color differences are vastly different. So I want to at least put the pistons and rods back in, so that way that's out of my way. And that's pretty much how I had it set, because I'm going to try to put the pistons in from the bottom and try to feed them up and have them rest. So they can rest cross hatchway, and then when I'm ready to put the crank in, I take these bolts out, and then I go ahead and lower my crankshaft in there and bolt those up to the rods and pistons.
He did a really good job. He did a pretty good job. It could have been like in certain areas, but for the most part, he cleaned this up really well.
All right, come sit with your dog. He's scared of all the new noises that are happening.
Milo, you okay, buddy?